Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. This is Zafar Dancing Wali and I'm around my friend at Rahan School, Islamabad campus. So here is my new Maya. New Maya topic is what is water cycle and why is it important. So let's start with our Maya. I'm calling the Maya.
Hey, what's new?
How are you? Can you hear me? I'm ready. Are you ready for my conservation? My topic is what is water cycle and why is it important.
Hey there. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. It's good to be chatting with you again. I'm definitely ready. That's quite the combo of topics you've got lined up. Motorcycle and bioacetic water. That sounds specific. Let's start with motorcycles. What are you hoping to learn about them?
Maya, my next question is from you. Please tell me what is the water cycle?
Sure thing. So, the water cycle is basically how water moves around Earth from the ground to the air and back again. It's got four main parts. First, there's evaporation, which is when the sun heats up water and turns it into vapor that rises into the air. Then comes condensation, where that vapor cools down and forms clouds. After that, you have precipitation. That's when water falls back to Earth as rain, snow, sleet, or hail. Right. And that collected in rivers, lakes, oceans, and the cycle starts all over again. It's like water is constantly being recycled. Make sense? Anything specific about the water cycle you're curious about?
Okay, so my next question is from you. Please tell me why is the water cycle important for Earth?
Absolutely. Simplified version, the sun heats water, it turns into vapor, forms clouds, then falls back as rain, and repeats. That's pretty much it. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, collection. Four simple steps that happen all around us. Better?
Okay, so my next question is from you. Please tell me what are the main stages of the water?
Hi, H. Thanks for clarifying your name and location. Nice to meet you. I think you might have meant photosynthesis cycle, not phantocycle. If so, the main stages are pretty neat. Plants use sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to make their own food. It basically makes oxygen as a byproduct, which we need to breathe. Does that sound more like what you were asking about?
Okay, so my next question is from you. Please tell me what is evaporation? Evaporation.
Hey, H from the UK. Got it. Sounds like maybe the fight thing was a mishearing. What were you trying to ask about after that part with the operation bit? No worries about it being a little garbled. Tech can be tricky sometimes.
Okay, so my next question is from you. Please tell me what causes evaporation to happen. Answer me, Maya.
Okay. Really comes down to a few things working together. First, people need to trust each other. That's huge. Then they need to share common goals so everyone's working towards the same thing. Clear communication helps a ton. No one wants to get stuck yelling into the void. Then you've got needing different skills to complement each other, and finally being able to handle disagreements without things falling apart. Collaboration is really about creating this space where people can build off each other's ideas, not just be stuck talking past one another.
Okay, so my next question is from you. Please tell me why is condensation? Please answer.
I'm a little confused. It sounds like you're asking me to send something to you through this conversation. And then you mentioned email. What exactly are you hoping I send you? Or what's the question you want me to answer by email?
Okay, so my next question is from you. Please tell me how do clouds form on.
Got it. So you want the text sent to your YouTube channel? That's interesting. I'm not sure how to do that directly. What I can do is paste it again right here in our conversation. If that helps, just let me know what works best for you.
Maya, my next question is for you. Please tell me what is preposition.
Hmm. I'm not sure what your question is about. Did you say, why are your decisions? Or maybe, why are my decisions important? Could you clarify what you were asking about there?
Maya, my next question is from you. Please tell me what are different types of precipitation.
Okay, so you're looking for different types of participation. There's active participation where someone's really involved in discussions, sharing ideas directly. Then there's passive participation, like listening carefully or nodding along. There's also observational participation, where people watch what's happening without directly joining in. Some participation can be emotional, where people respond with feelings or encouragement. And sometimes it's practical, where someone helps with tasks to keep things running. Does that cover what you were thinking?
Maya, my next question is from you. Please tell me what happens during collection.
During collection, that's basically the stage of the water cycle where water gathers up in different spots. Rain collects in rivers, lakes, and oceans. Some of it seeps into the ground and becomes groundwater. Glaciers and ice caps store lots of water too. It's like all that water that fell as precipitation ends up pooling together until it evaporates again and starts the whole cycle over.
So, Maya, my next question is from you. Please tell me where does most evaporation happen?
Hey, Christian, I'm catching a bit of confusion there. It sounds like the transcription had some trouble with parts of your message. Could you maybe rephrase what you were asking about? Something about your interests in learning? You just want to make sure I understand what you're getting at.
Maya, my next question is from you. Please tell me how does the sun help the water cycle? Answer me, Maya. I'm waiting for answer.
Oh, I think the transcription is giving us a bit of trouble again. That from you is probably confusing things, but about the motorcycle, you want to know how a person can help maintain one? Regular checks like tire pressure and oil levels are key. Keep it clean, that protects the paint, and knowing basic maintenance yourself can save a lot of money on repairs. Is that more along the lines of what you were asking?
My next question is from you. Please tell me what role do oceans play in the water cycle?
All right, I'm all ears. What would you like to learn about next?
My question is how does the sun help the water? Sorry, what role do ocean play in the water cycle? Answer me, Maya.
Great questions. So the sun is like the engine that drives the whole water cycle. It provides the heat that causes evaporation, turning liquid water into vapor that rises into the air. It's like the sun is constantly lifting water up. As for the ocean's role, it's huge. Oceans of store most of the Earth's water and are the biggest source for evaporation. That evaporated water forms clouds, brings rain back to land, and the cycle keeps going. So the sun powers it, and the ocean provides most of the water in the first place. They work together.
Maya, my next question is from you. Please tell me why are clouds important in the water and
Okay, Christian, I'm getting a lot of scrambled words there. The transcription's really struggling with your audio. They think I caught fire clouding and boarding, but I'm not sure what you were trying to ask about the division and water. Could you maybe try rephrasing that? Take your
my next
time,
question is
no rush
from
at
you.
all.
Please tell me, how does rain return water to the
Okay, Christian, I'm still getting some trouble with the transcription. I think I heard you say something about Mohilasasana from Newtism. That's a bit unclear, but I want to make sure I understand what you're asking. So, about rain, it returns water to earth through, well, rain. When clouds get full of water droplets, they fall as precipitation. That's rain, snow, sleet, or hail. Rain flows into rivers, lakes, and oceans, or soaks into the ground. Does that answer what you were asking? Hi, what's up?
Okay, my next question is from you. Please tell me what happens to water after it rains.
I'm having a little trouble understanding clearly. Could you maybe try rephrasing that or speaking a bit slower?
Okay, so my next question is, can the water cycle stop? Why or why not? Answer.
A motorcycle can absolutely stop. It's pretty straightforward. They use brakes, just like a car, that create friction against the wheels and slow it down. It's physics. You pull the lever, press the pedal, brake pads press against rotors or drums, things slow to a halt. What made you wonder about that?
My next question is from you. Please answer me, Maya. How does the water cycle help plants grow? Answer me.
The water cycle works in four main stages: evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection. The sun heats up water in oceans, lakes, and rivers, turning it into vapor that rises into the air. As it rises, it cools and condenses into clouds. When the clouds get too heavy, the water falls back down to earth as rain, snow, or hail. That's precipitation. Then the water collects in rivers, lakes, and oceans, and the cycle starts all over again. It's a constant loop, really. Does that make sense?
Okay, so my next question is from you. Please tell me, how do animals depend on the water cycle? Answer.
Nice to hear. Is there anything you wanted to talk about? I'm just here whenever you're ready to dive back in.
So my next question is from you. Please tell me, why do farmers need the water cycle? Answer.
No rush.
My next question is from you. Please tell me, how does the water cycle affect weather?
I think you might mean, how does the water cycle work? If that's what you're asking. It's basically a constant process where water moves between Earth and the atmosphere. The sun heats water up, turning it into vapor. That's evaporation. This vapor rises and cools, forming clouds. That's condensation. When the clouds get too full, water falls back down as rain, snow, or hail. That's precipitation. And finally, the water collects back in rivers, lakes, and oceans, ready to start the whole process again. Is that what you wanted to know?
Okay, so my next question is from you. Please tell me, what is water vapor?
I think you might be asking about the water cycle again. I talked about how it works: evaporation, condensation, precipitation, collection, where the sun heats up water, it forms clouds, falls back to earth, and then collects again. Is that what you meant by water weapon? Or are you asking about something else entirely?
Okay, so my next question is from you. Please tell me, how does temperature affect evaporation?
You're asking about how temperature affects evolution, right? Well, temperature is a huge factor. It drives natural selection in a lot of ways. Think about it. Warmer temperatures mean longer growing seasons in some places, which impacts what can survive and reproduce. Colder temperatures act as a stressor, forcing species to adapt or move. Plus, the rate of evolution itself can change with temperature. Basically, temperature creates the conditions for some traits to be helpful and others to be harmful, which shapes how species evolve over time. Does that make sense?
Okay, so my next is from you. Please tell me what happens to water in cold weather.
Let me quickly check what's going on there. The relationship between Russia and Poland has been pretty rocky over the centuries. Lots of conflict and periods of occupation. Going way back, Russia's ancestor Kievan Rus actually fought Poland over territory, and they've been on different religious paths since the 10th century. In the 1700s, Poland was split up and Russia took a big chunk of it. The 20th century was also rough with wars and then decades of Soviet control over Poland during the Cold War. More recently, things started improving after communism ended, but the situation has gotten tense again with Russia's actions in Ukraine and elsewhere. It's been a complicated relationship shaped by wars, religion, politics, and power struggles.
Okay, so my next question is from you. Please tell me what is known in the water cycle.
All right, what's on your mind? Still there if you're ready to chat.
My next question is from you. Please tell me what is hill and what is sleet.
I'm not quite sure what you were asking about with buddies and leave. Are you asking about friends or something else? Maybe try saying it again or just explain what you meant.
My next question is, please tell me how does rain fall from clouds? Answer me.
Let me look into that for you. So basically, rain happens when the sun heats up water. That's evaporation. The water turns into vapor and rises, then cools down and turns back into tiny droplets, forming clouds. That's condensation. As more vapor turns into droplets, they get heavier and eventually fall as rain when the clouds can't hold them anymore. It's all about water changing form from heat to cool, and then gravity pulling it down.
My next question is from you. Please tell me what is cloud.
I'm I'm not following what you mean. Could you try rephrasing that for me? It sounds a bit unclear. Let me quickly check that for you. Groundwater is basically water that's stored underground. It fills all the little spaces between rocks and soil, kind of like how water fills a sponge. And there's a water table, which is like the top surface of all that underground water. It's pretty important because a lot of people use it for drinking and irrigation. Still here. Take your time.
My next
Just let me
question
know if you want
is
to.
from you. Please tell me how does water reach rivers and lakes? Answer me, Maya.
Water gets to rivers and lakes in a bunch of ways. Rain is the big one. Some of it flows directly into them, or it seeps into the ground and eventually.
Okay, so thank you very much, Arvind. This is my this was my hope. Thank you so much for watching.